you guys, my name is Zoe. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I'm bringing you a 23-week pregnancy update. I am a wife and mom to 3 littles, pregnant with baby number 4. We just turned 23 weeks yesterday, and I wanted to share everything that has happened so far. It has kind of been a roller coaster of a ride with baby number 4, but I would like to fill you in and just keep this as like a remembrance video for me. This is our last baby, our 4th and final. I was trying to remember the last time I sat in this spot, in this windowsill, I was telling you I was pregnant. Like, I found out middle of the day, I don't even know when it was. My husband was working out of town. He had been gone out of town all week. The boys were playing outside. It was just crazy. Emery was napping. And just how I found out was not the timing that we had hoped for. We were still trying for this baby and praying for this baby, but it was just not in my head what I had visioned. So I'm gonna pull up here. I took a couple notes yesterday just thinking of different things that have happened so far, and so I wanted to just have a little list so I'm not all over the place. So 23 weeks yesterday, and I went in 3 weeks ago, probably 2 weeks ago, to have my 20-week anatomy scan, and everything looked good. My doctor said, you know, the anatomy of baby looks good. The only thing we have to go back and get another ultrasound for is the heart. It was hard for them to see. I don't know if it was the position baby was in, but it does make me a little anxious, like not knowing, I should say. It'll have to be 4 weeks since the last ultrasound that I can do the second ultrasound to check on the heart, and I'm just anxious not knowing for sure, or just the what ifs, and I'm trying not to think about it. But how do you not think about, you know, potentially if something could be wrong? Anybody that has dealt with this before, I think it's pretty common. Like, if you can't see something, you're gonna have to go in for another ultrasound. But how did you deal with it, or was everything okay? Leave it in the comments below, because I'm just ready to get this ultrasound over with. It is planned for next Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. But I am excited because they said possibly we could have like a 3D or 4D ultrasound with it, or just see pictures of baby, because when we had our 20-week anatomy scan, all we could see, you guys, was a foot. Baby showed us 1 foot, and then you know how awkward like the profile pictures are? That's what we got. We got to see like the nose and lips a little bit in 2 of the photos, but we didn't get the cute like scan picture of baby at all. Like, not even the side view, anything, a face, nothing, because the way baby was laying, baby's transverse. So that means like I have little toes on my left side and little fingers on my right side. So baby's sitting this way, not up and down or like scrunched around. It is the most uncomfortable thing. It's been like that for weeks now. Probably the last month, baby's been transverse, and it makes it very uncomfortable to bend over or, you know, turn in bed, and just because baby is getting bigger. 23 weeks, baby's the size, what did it say? Size of a cob of corn, I think it was, or a bunch of grapes now, whatever my app says. But so it makes it pretty uncomfortable. And so with baby transverse at the ultrasound, its back was to my belly, and its like face was to my spine. It just made it impossible to look at the heart good enough and get a profile picture. Those are 2 things that, one, I'm ready for baby to either turn head up or turn head down, just to get out of that transverse position, and 2, just to have the ultrasound done and over with. Pray everything is okay with baby, everything's normal. We just want a healthy, happy baby in the end. So I shouldn't get as anxious as I am, but you can't help it. You're a mom and you just want your babies to be healthy. Oh, also with baby being transverse, TMI, but you guys, this is a motherhood lifestyle channel. I'm here to give all the updates and just share my experiences in, you know, hopes to help you or just inform you if you are pregnant or if you plan to be pregnant in the future. Because baby is transverse, having sex, you guys, is not comfortable. I don't know if baby is pushing on my bladder or what, but you can imagine, like, it's not fun. A lot of pressure. My bladder just feels like it's getting jumbled with baby down there. So between those two things, sex is just not fun right now. And that's just all I'm gonna say about that. My hormones, I would say, have been pretty normal. I, in the beginning, was super nauseous and just tired all the time. I am so thankful that my husband is laid off right now. He is a foreman, and he's like the boss for his company, for his crew, I should say, in the summer. He works like February till October usually. So in the winter times, he's home with us 24/7, and it's amazing because we have our two older boys, 6, 4, and then our daughter is 1. He has been helping so much with the kids. I am so grateful that I am pregnant now in this moment, that because I had to go through all the nausea and just tiredness, you know, early on. That lasted about, from when I found out to probably 18 weeks, I was nauseous. You could like look at the clock every single day and it would be 6 o'clock, 6:15, I would just shut down. I needed to go to bed. Emery goes to bed at 6 o'clock anyway, so usually right after we put her down to bed, the boys stay up until 7, but you could like have it like clockwork. I was going to bed right after Emery was going to bed, and I could sleep 10, 12 hours. But then on the other hand, I was having pregnancy insomnia as well, so I would go to sleep early, but then it was like 2 o'clock on the dot. I would wake up to go pee, or just have, you know, the pressure of baby, the way baby was laying. It was just like clockwork. I was waking up and then I couldn't fall back asleep. It would be an hour or 2 hours and I could not fall back asleep. The insomnia has went away. I have noticed at least every other day I'm waking up in the night to go to the bathroom, but that I'm still able to go back to sleep. I have noticed, again, at bedtime, I will lay down and like minutes later I'm getting heartburn. So I am popping Tums every single night trying to get that heartburn to go away. It's just like right when I lay down, the pressure, and when you say heartburn, you would think it's like in your chest, but it's like in your throat, and it's the nastiest burning feeling. Oh, I hate heartburn. I've had heartburn with all 3 of my babies, and I feel like it starts pretty early on, and go to find out every baby I've had has a ton of hair, which the boys, Lane and Grady, had hair, noticeable hair, like reddish blonde, but then Emery, our daughter, our 3rd baby, she had so much hair, you guys, so much hair. And it's like a pretty auburn red, like not curly, but wavy. It's gorgeous. I would love to have her hair. That's exactly why I had heartburn. And it makes all sense when that baby comes out of you and you see that's exactly why I was popping Tums and so miserable. And I feel like the heartburn has started earlier maybe with this baby, and I just remember it with the past pregnancies, it getting worse and worse up until baby was here. So you can bet I'm gonna be having Tums by my bedside, in my bathroom, ready for me at all hours of the day. So I told you that when we found out I was pregnant, it wasn't the exact month I was planning on getting pregnant or having baby. Yes, we were praying for baby, and it just ended up being not the time I wanted to give birth. So baby will be here the 3rd week in May, and that is the start of Justin's busy season. It is literally the week before our 2 oldest boys get out of school for the summer, and I have C-sections. So this is gonna be my 4th C-section, and anybody that has C-sections knows how hard the recovery process is. Thankfully, I have my mom right next door. Her and my dad live just up the road from us, and she is amazing to help with the kids when I'm in the hospital with my husband having baby, and then she's usually here the week after I have baby. So Justin goes back to work and he gets hardly any time off at all. Like, say I have baby Monday or Tuesday, a planned C-section, he's off that week, but then he has to go back right away again that next Monday. From, you know, that week after, my mom will be here with us, so I can focus on just recovering myself and then taking care of the baby, and she will be with our 3 kids. We were praying for a January or February baby when we first started trying, and it didn't happen for the first couple months. So it worked out the way it was supposed to, and we have a May baby coming. Not ideal on timing, but in all, we're so excited, and it's just, oh, I just can't believe I'm pregnant. I can say that all the time. I think about it. I cannot believe I'm pregnant for the 4th time. This is technically my 5th time being pregnant. We did lose a baby before our first baby, and so pregnant for the 5th time, but our 4th baby. When we announced, I told everybody it's our 4th and final, and I had people coming to us saying, don't say that, you might get pregnant again with number 5, or you might just change your mind, or yada yada. And no, there's no way in hell. Because I do have C-sections, I am going to be signing that release form saying, please tie my tubes, burn my tubes, whatever you have to do while I am in the operating room. Once they take the baby out of you, they start putting things back. They can, like, I think they burn your tubes is what they do during C-sections, or like tying your tubes, whatever they do before they sew you up. So Justin will be with baby as I'm getting all that done and then sewn up before we go to the recovery room. And then the last thing I can think of about updating you guys for week 23 is I started my pregnancy at a higher weight than I had hoped for. Not gonna lie. It's the heaviest I have been pregnant with all of my babies. I gained so much weight with our 3rd baby because I ended up having preeclampsia, high blood pressure, had to have her 3 weeks early, and the weight rapidly, because of the preeclampsia, gained, you know, towards the end of pregnancy. So now 23 weeks pregnant, I am seeing a lot of changes and praying that I don't get preeclampsia again. They did tell me that after Emery and having preeclampsia with her, that it is very likely I'll have it again with our 4th baby. And just the thought of the weight I was, you know, pre-pregnancy with this one and what it could be when I deliver. I know weight obviously shouldn't be a huge deal. Being a woman, it's hard to not think about, you know, think about that, or you compare, and it's really hard just being a woman and dealing with these emotions of gaining all this weight and just being pregnant. You want to be healthy, baby, and you be healthy, but it's something I am not so sure I will end up, how I'll end up feeling at the end of my pregnancy. I think I will show you guys my 23-week belly, and that'll be it for this update. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. You got a little information. If you aren't pregnant or you're not up to this 23-week of your pregnancy yet, you know kind of just what I've been dealing with or how it's been going for me. With that said, I will leave you with my bump, and if you would like to consider subscribing to my channel, I will be showing more lifestyle and motherhood content, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.